Hey guys, this is Test 60 Game 4. This is the Travel Magazine Interns game. This is what I would call a matching or assignment game because we're taking the 6 people, F, G, H, J, K, and L, and assigning them to the job of being either a photographer's assistant or a writer's assistant, and then also assigning them to one of 3 countries for the stories. So I've laid out a lot of stuff here. I'm going to explain all that. We've got that G and L are in the same field, so I've put them in a horizontal box. This doesn't necessarily mean that they're left to right or even that they're touching, but they must be on the same level, either meaning they're both photographer's assistants or they are both writer's assistants. They say that F and K are in different fields, so I put a slash through their box, and then I've also split them, meaning that one of them is on the photography level, one is on the writing level. They tell us that H is on the photography level, so I put it next to the P, meaning it's on this row right here, the P row. Then they also tell us that J is on Tuscany, so I put J vertically above the Tuscany column, those 2 spaces right there, and then, K is not on Spain. So this is a very bare bones initial setup for the game. However, we can actually make 2 different main diagrams, but before we even do that, we can infer that G and L will have to be writer's assistants. They cannot both be photographer's assistants due to the fact that we already have H as a photographer and then one of F or K as well. So we only have one more space to fill in an additional person on the photography row. So if it's not G and L, what does that really leave? It leaves J. J is the only variable left here. That means that J actually has to be a photographer's assistant for Tuscany. There's simply nowhere else that could go because it has to be on the top level. So I would now make 2 different diagrams based on the placement of F and K. Either we have F with photography and then K with writing, or K with photography and F with writing, and these form the 2 different main diagrams for the game. So here are the 2 different main diagrams, one with F on P and K on W, the other with K on P and F on W, 2 main diagrams for the game. Now on the top diagram, we could have F and H interchangeable on R and S for photography. They're interchangeable on the top level simply because there's nowhere else for them to go, and there's no reason to believe that one of them has to be on R, one has to be on S. In the bottom diagram, though, where we have K on the top level, because K can never go to Spain, K will have to go to Romania, since that's the only other slot available to it, meaning that H will have to go to Spain. Now, right here, the top diagram, once again, with the bottom level with the writers, since K can't go to Spain, that means that Spain will have to be one of G or L, since it cannot be K. The other spaces are open-ended, though. In the bottom diagram, any of F, G, or L could pretty much go anywhere. No restrictions on that right now. There will be more, of course, over the course of the game itself once we start getting further limitations. So question number 18 is a typical orientation question. We're just taking one rule at a time and applying that rule to all 5 choices, looking for violations. Of course, they're specifically asking us here for the photographer's assistant level. So one thing we know for certain is that J is always photographer's assistant for Tuscany. So anywhere that we see J not mentioned for T in this question is automatically gone. So B has F there, that's unacceptable, so B is gone. C has L there, so that's gone. D has K there, so that's gone. We're down to A and E now, and we've already exhausted the usefulness of J being Tuscany, but we do know that it's got to be either KH, FH, or HF for the photographers for R and S. So looking at A, FH is totally good. Then we know that FHJ works. We can see it right here. Therefore, A is our answer for 18. I will look at E, though. HKJ doesn't work because K can never be Spain. K has always got to be on Romania when it's a photographer's assistant. So if you wanted to, for this question, you actually could have predicted the answer. It's got to be one of 3 things. Either it's FHJ, it's HFJ, or it's KHJ. Those are the only ways it can play out because those are the only 3 possibilities for the top level in this game. Next, number 19, if F was assigned to Romania. So 2 different ways that could play out. In the top diagram, of course, it would mean that we had F on Romania as a photographer's assistant and then H on Spain as a photographer's assistant as well. In the bottom diagram, if F is Romania, it's got to be F Romania for writers, and then we've got G and L interchangeable on S and T on the bottom level here. So now they're asking us what must be true. So we'll just run through the choices. G on Spain. No, G could go on Spain, but we could also have L on Spain and G somewhere else. So for that reason, A is gone. H on Spain, though, we have that in both diagrams on the top level for photographers. Therefore, B is our answer for 19. I will look at the rest, though. K on T, does that have to be true? No, in the bottom diagram, K is on R. So for that reason alone, C is gone. L on Spain, L is interchangeable with T, with going S or T in the bottom diagram. And on the top diagram, L could go to any of the three. Therefore, D is gone. And then looking at E, L on T, L could go to S or T in the bottom, could go to any of the three in the top, so E's gone, leaving B. Next, number 20, if F and H were assigned to the same story as each other. Now, that's never happening in the top diagram where one's on R and one's on S. It's only happening in the bottom diagram, and since H is on S in the bottom diagram, F will have to be there as well, and then we have G and L interchangeable on R and T. So they're asking us what could be true. Could F be on T? No, F is specifically on S here, so A is gone. Could G be on R? Yeah, G could be on R or on T, so it's possible for it to be on R. Therefore, B is our answer to 20. I will look at the rest, though. H on R, no, H is specifically on S, so C is gone. K on T, no, K is on R, D is gone. And then looking at E, L on S, no, L is on G or on, L is on R or on T, but never on S, so E's gone, leaving B. Next, 21, if F were a writer's assistant. So the top diagrams are relevant here since F has to be photographer's assistant in that diagram. We're just limiting ourselves to the bottom diagram here. Who could be on R? Well, it's got to include K because K is on R here, so any choice not mentioning K is automatically gone. That gets rid of A, B, and E. So the question is, could it be K and H or K and L? Well, we know that H has to be on Spain here in this diagram, therefore KH is gone, leaving D, and of course, we could easily have L on R, then we could have, G and F interchangeable on S and T. So that works. D is our answer for 21. Next, 22, if G and K were assigned the same story as each other. So bottom diagram, that's never happening because they're on the same level. They're both writers here. So they're going to be spread across different stories. So the top diagram is irrelevant. The bottom diagram is the one that we're going to use. So G and K on the same story means that G has to go on R. That leaves F and L interchangeable on S and T. Either one could go either way here. So they're asking us what could be true. Could F be on R? No, G's on R. A is gone. Could G be on S? No, G's on R, so B's gone. H on R? No, G's there once again. K on T? No, K has to be on R in this diagram on the top level, so D's gone, leaving E, and of course LS works fine. Either it's L on S, F on T, or F on S, L on T. Either way it works, so it's possible. E's our answer for 22. Next, number 23, who can't be on T? We'll just run through the choices. Could F be on T? Not in the top diagram, but in the bottom one, yeah, F could be on T, so A is gone. Could G be on T? In either diagram it's possible. Totally open-ended, it's possible, so B's gone. H on T? No, because in the top diagram, H is on either R or S, and in the bottom diagram, H is on S specifically. Therefore, H could never be on T, and C's our answer for 23. I will look at D and E, though. K on T? Top diagram it's on R, but bottom diagram it's on R, but in the top diagram K could be on T. It's open-ended there, so D's gone. And then E, L on T could happen in either diagram, so E's gone, leaving C. Of course, previous work could have been helpful here as well.